What Mark was talking about is critical, that we understand that since 1972, the federal government has deliberately not used the Bank of Canada. Now, the Bank of Canada is not the same as the Royal Bank, but it is a bank set up by an Act of Parliament in 1934, after a man by the name of Jerry McGeer took it, who was an MP, persuaded the British that if we could have a debt-free Canada, then we would be able to help everybody out rather easily. And that worked very well. They built the St. Lawrence Seaway. They went to war for 3 years. We had the biggest navy, third biggest navy in the world. They came up with all the good stuff. And then the banksters decided they weren't getting enough money. So they felt that what they would do would be persuade the government to start not getting money from the Bank of Canada, where it was debt-free, but getting from the merchant banks, who were in bed with the alcohol people and the gangsters and the banksters. They were all involved, and the purpose was to slowly but slowly get the people of Canada into debt. And it got so out of control, giving money to their friends, because now there was no oversight by Parliament, it was only oversight by Cabinet, so that meant a less lot of people were involved in anything, really. It was never done publicly. And so they took it up to 600 billion, and then they began to say, oh, well, they'll never pay that off. We can't tax them that much. Well, we'll bring it down to around 300 billion or so, maybe 370, okay. Maybe we'll go up to 4 or 5 billion. So we go up there, and now on that we can charge them 36.4 billion a year, which is taken out of the money which is generated by the labor of the Canadian working people. And that situation, when Mark says we have to find forgiveness for these people, that's what he's talking about, because this is the most massive theft ever to take place against the kind, long-suffering people. But long-suffering only goes on so long, and then the people say, that's enough, we have to make a stand. And that passes itself off as a government. It's not a government, it's a cabal. It's a cabal of dirty tricksters and blue meanies who are not interested in people's lives. They're not interested in family values. They're only interested in making money and being able to show themselves off to one another. Thank you, that's all I got to say. I was ranting on there, Mark, but I was saying you were right. Mark is right. We have to forgive these people. We must forgive these people.